Greetings, everyone. I've read a lot of books, not just for studies, but for growth. And a lot of books have contributed to my growth. I am open to enlightenment, and I think it can come from any source. So, nature itself holds the most powerful aha moments, and in literature as well. One of my favorite books, or I should list a few of my favorite books, Conversation with God. I think it's Donald Neal, I think. Marianne Williamson, A Return to Love, and Enchanted Love are two books that were instrumental to my growth. The Power of a Praying Wife, that book was very powerful for me. Eckhart Tolle, I think it's Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, was one of those books that when I was reading it, I just kept saying, yes, yes, yes. I kept seeing myself, seeing my life in that book. And that book is very instrumental in allowing me to even have this conversation with you. In that book, there is an analogy used that when I read it, that book fell out of my hand. And I realized that any power that I possess, that I gave it away and I had to take it back. And there was a little story in there with two monks going on a journey. And on their way, they saw a woman dressed in a white dress. She was trying to cross the street, but it was muddy. And so one of the monks lifted her across the street. And 5 hours after he did that, the other monk said to him, "Why did you do that? We're not allowed to do that." And the monk said, 5 hours ago, I carried her across the street, and now you're still carrying her. When I heard that, it was very riveting because I thought I was justified in holding on to anger or hurt, things that people did to me in the past. And what I was essentially doing is allowing them to repeat that action or those painful action upon me long after they did it. Every hurt, every anger, every, you know, sense of disappointment I carried with me, I held in my mind, was only working against me. Because many of the ones who hurt me in the past, they don't even remember me. They don't think of me. And many of you are holding people. You think you're holding them hostage, but you're holding yourself hostage because long after you freed yourself from them or they freed you, you are still carrying that luggage. You're saying, I hate you. I'm so angry for what you did to me. And though the things that they did are hurtful and the experiences you have been painful, but the longer you hold on to the hurt and the longer you focus on the pain, you cannot move on. And even if someone comes to you and say, I'm sorry, or I apologize for what I did, it doesn't change the fact that you're still stuck in that moment. You're in now, living in the now moment, but you're still stuck in the past. And so for this year, we're going to work together to release people from our subconsciousness. Because the only way to awaken your consciousness is to understand how you play a very pivotal role in holding yourself as hostage or allowing others to do that. It's a new world. And, fear, as I said earlier in my past video, is one of the worst weapons that is going to be used against you. But while someone might suggest something, it's what you do with what is suggested, is how you handle that suggestion that makes a difference. And the only way to free yourself from any bondage is to understand that the body, mind, and spirit has to be in alignment. And so this year, we are bringing these three things in alignment, and we are going to have to make some very important decisions, on who we let go, what we let go. Because until you let go of people and things and thoughts, you'll never be able to conquer the dark forces that are waiting. So I have shared my story on this very channel, stories of hurt and pain and disappointment. And going forward, when I share stories, it is not meant for someone to feel sorry for me, or for me to feel sorry for myself, or for me to bury myself under those past experiences, but to let you know that I had these experiences and I made it out, and here I am. It's going to be very difficult because sometimes we hold on to these past experiences and they become like a cloak, some kind of shelter to tell us it's okay for us to stay in the place where we're at. It's almost like an excuse to justify us not experiencing what we should be experiencing, not achieving what we can achieve. They're like a permission. And I'm saying your past failures or disappointment or hurt is not justification to stay in the subconscious. We have to awaken. And once we let go of these baggages, it doesn't matter what the other person did to you. It doesn't justify you staying in that state of mind. Because some of the people who have hurt us, as I said, they don't remember us. They don't care. They moved on. They're looking for someone else to do the same thing too. But you're still holding yourself as their hostage. So we're going to free our mind this year. Body, mind, and spirit. We're going to bring these things into alignment. So regardless of our circumstance or what we're going through, or whatever forms of modality that we must face, we will be at peace. We should be able to stay calm in the midst of every kind of adversity. Once you unlock your mind, empty your mind of any negative things, your dreams, your goals, your desires, when we understand what these things are and how they're attached to ego, we're going to eventually free ourselves. The process begins now, and the work have to be done by you and I. We can't wait for someone else to do it for us. And so it's like we're going to empty these baggages that we carry around. Poor me. Look at what they did to me. Why can't I have this, or why can't I have that? Why am I so bad lucky? Why does nothing good happen to me? All these are very negative thoughts that only reinforce the thing that you are afraid of. The things that you don't want in your life. By holding on to these thoughts and wearing them like a cloak, you can't free yourself to become the great person that you are inside and outside. And as we find out and understand our purpose, knowing the purpose in life is not about what you do or what you achieve or what you can achieve, but it's about how you're bringing yourself in alignment so that what you produce does not only benefit you, but it blesses those around you, are those who get to experience your life's work. It's not about money, it's not about fame, it's not about any of these things. Is that while you're in the middle of the storm, while those doors are being kicked down, when those who kick it off come into that space, they find you at peace, unflinching. You would have surrendered everything to the universe. You would have understood or will understand that you are more powerful than you think. And the most destructive things that are happening in your life are as a result of you not getting your mind right and not understanding that every day that goes by, that you waste your time and your energy with the wrong people, worried about the wrong things, then you're very much a prisoner. And in this time or this case, you're the one who's holding yourself as a captive. So the series begins and we work together, we share together. That does not mean you can't tell your story. But once you tell your story, understand that you are moving past that. And it's not a shield, it's just a lesson. It's not to promote anger or hatred or malice. It's to induce love and light, beauty and joy and peace. Let's get started. What is it that you're having a difficult time letting go of? And only you can explain why. What does it do to what do you benefit from holding on to these memories or to these people that does not serve your sole purpose? And you're saying, I can never forgive him or her. Yes, you can. I'll never forget what they did to me. Well, if you hold on to that, who is it hurting? I know. I know what it's like to start over. I know what it's like to just look at all these things, this series of events that just appear like bad luck. But they weren't. They were preparing me for this time, this season, for now. And what used to seem like a curse is now a blessing. And what used to seem like an obstacle is now a door opening. And so today, whatever it is you're feeling, together, we're going to work it out. We're going to share, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to find strategies to release ourselves and to become stronger and better people, where we bring peace and joy with us wherever we go. And the rage that we feel, which is natural, sometimes it's the spirit's way of pushing you forward to do this or that. But that we can't hold on to anger unless it's creative. In the meantime, in between time, stay blessed.